Yo, Yusuf? You notice you trade IPGs sometimes. How was yesterday's? It was no trade for me yesterday. Morning just pumped before giving me an entry. I was bullish. All my levels were hit. Tried PM session, but then we hit previous week's high, which is my objective. Um, we had already hit it, so for me that was enough. Was good. Club of investors. Good kiss pay. Good Ollie. Damn bullish as well. Today I'm bullish. There's a chance that we just have an inside day, but I'm leaning towards longs. Haircut, appreciate you, bro. I always trade better with a haircut. Yep, was a good rhyme. It is game one. Oklahoma and I think good. If you're bullish, what's your narrative? Bullish. How to spell liquidity on 5-minute time frame? It's just swing highs and lows. Can you explain why you're bullish? Sure. Well, daily chart's been bullish. My plan for the week was simply just a weekly power of three idea. We traded lower, took Thursday's low, respected 50% of the daily busy. I want to see continuation from there towards my higher time frame objective, which is all-time highs. I think we can get there. The only thing that would oppose that narrative or that bias is if we have an inside week, meaning this week stays inside this range. I don't want to see that. It could happen, but that's not what I'm favoring. I'm favoring a run towards these highs. Yeah, very simple. Just expecting this to potentially be the low of week. Whether it is or not, doesn't really matter. We also have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap, new week opening gap overlap. We have Asia highs, so even if we're wrong about the higher time frame, we still have good reason to believe Asia highs can be taken today. 4-hour bullish here. We have a discount 4-hour bullish. Ideally, we don't come here, because if we do come here, it means we're probably not going to find a higher probability long, but we might, and that's fine. I wouldn't mind it if we just came a little bit into this range, but definitely not the lower portion. Yeah, very simple. Low-hanging fruit objectives for the week is this daily CIBI. Yeah, simple. Was that thoughts on pullback to the 1-hour breaker? This? Yeah, I mean, we can go lower before going higher. I would probably want to see these equal lows get taken. We have unfilled first presentation. I mean, supposedly it is filled, depending on which criteria you're going with. But, yeah, this is technically filled here if you're using this one, according to ICT's new teaching. But Yeah, we can go lower. We can even take London lows, and the trade idea still be valid. So equal lows or London lows, it will most likely get taken. Yeah, I mean this is London low here, but manipulated below midnight. Yeah, it doesn't have to. The ICT video just confused me. Yeah, honestly, I don't like the fact that he did it. I don't know. He's switching up, to be honest. But if you want to make it really simple, Robert, the most simple way to explain it, if there's a really large fair value gap on the 1 minute, then there's probably a lower time frame seconds fair value gap beneath, and you can just use that, you know? For example, a 30-second or a 15-second. What do you think of ICT? Great guy, man. Hitting all-time highs is a nightmare. It's a nightmare unless you're holding stock positions, and it's a dream come true. My entry criteria depends on the model. Bias, I'm bullish, but I'm prepared for a sideways range as well. So I'm bullish, but I'm going to be a little bit cautious because it is possible. There's a good amount of chance that we just go sideways. Right now, these equal lows look really good though. Those equal lows just look a little too clean. He jams on YouTube. I don't know who that is or what that is. Is it someone who just posts like the little clips? Good Robert, let's go Sergio. I just want NQ to drop hard today. This range this past week getting to my mental state. Yeah, I mean like this consolidation. It makes sense for consolidating. Would you buy stocks now? Or do you think we'll get a dip before taking all-time highs? I wouldn't buy now. I'd be breaking my stock model if I had bought now. But I wouldn't. We also don't know if we're going to get all-time highs. It's never guaranteed. We may get a deep retracement before. If we don't get expansion this week, I'm honestly expecting it to come back into here. And then from there we see. Doesn't have to take all-time highs. Where do you see relative equal lows? This right here. These relative equal lows. Also these relative equal lows. July is usually bullish, yeah. But the thing is, like, I don't know how much of that's coming into play. I mean, May is usually bearish. June is neutral / bearish. Based on the monthly, man, it looks like we should get there next month. Unless we have an inside month next week, which would suck. If we have a month like this, like January, I don't think you guys want to even know what trading is like. I don't know who here was trading, but it's gonna look like this maybe. That's why I want to see speed now. Because if we start slowing down, if we start consolidating here, I'm starting to think we may get like a lot of this. It doesn't make sense really. I mean, if we're gonna just feel like they would distribute this towards the highs. But this could happen again, which is why I'm favoring the longs because it to me just fits the narrative. We see all this distribution. It's super bullish order flow. We already consolidated 1, 2. Like I guess you can argue this is all consolidation. It's time to see some expansion, you know? The first fair value gap after we haven't even put one in, but I don't know. After expansion comes accumulation. Not always. Yo, just join. What's the buy for today? Bullish. You just got in short. Good luck, bro. Bias, bullish, but it could potentially be a range day, so I'll be cautious. But I'm leaning towards longs. If you look at it, it's basically PO3. Every move is PO3. When will you post a video about your models and pre-market planning? That video is gonna take a little bit more time. I'm still planning I'm still planning it. It's good, Garrett. I'm still planning it, but I'll do it as soon as possible. I'm gonna try for this weekend, maybe if possible. I have to plan every single aspect I want to cover, which might take some time, you know, because I don't want to miss anything. Locked in today. Let's get it, bro. Yeah, I mean these equal lows look really good. I wouldn't mind something like, I don't know, if we got something like that. We also have equal highs right here. It looks pretty much just like yesterday's price action. We dumped in Asia, left equal highs, reversed. But this one we reversed in London. This one we might reverse in New York. Appreciate you, Dre. Yeah, these equal highs look really good. So yeah, I mean, we can take London lows. It doesn't kill the idea for me. We can even take this low. Again, wouldn't kill the idea for me. But the idea is this 4-hour bullish fair value gap. And I just quite can't tell if there's a volume imbalance in that or... I don't think so. So... does it matter that previous high has been swept? If you're bullish, no. Just watch this fair value gap, I guess. Study the London low. Might take sell side. You catching long yesterday PM? Nah, after previous week's high was taken in lunch, I didn't trade anything. This looks like an A plus PO3. It's not A. I mean, A plus PO3, in my opinion, if you just want to go based off the model, would be Asia accumulation, man. If Asia goes sideways, you just get the best price action. It's so clear what's gonna happen. But this isn't bad. I mean, we are accumulating. It's not a bad idea, Gary. I'm thinking something similar. So we'll just wait, see. I believe we have no news. We'll probably try to rely heavily on a macro or a silver bullet idea. Yeah. To quickly check the YM. Right. There we start selling off. Two minutes still open. I gotta be more aggressive on this Trump news. Not that I know of. But you never know, I guess. Could be fine. Yeah, that would be ideal, Garrett, if we leave that London low, but I don't think we will. It's just a little bit too clean. I like those equal highs we left. In fact, it's actually SMT, but we can still come back. So like if we're expecting this to remain open, you know, we scan for PD rays in the proportion. So like we can take this low, it's fine. Why some traders their ICT silver bullet is sweep for previous hour liquidity then reverse? Yeah, that's just a pattern trade. I don't know about that. That's not how I would trade silver bullet at all. But I mean, if they found something that consistently works for them, who cares? You know, doesn't matter. Pretty aggressive move going into pre-market. I don't know. All right, you guys know the drill. So you guys know the drill. When I stream, I don't keep chat open when I'm trading live. You guys will still see everything, but I will be minimizing chat. Marking out the opening range gap, as always. Somehow I always mark it the wrong way. Oh, we'll just leave it at that. I mean, we'll mark out the opening range gap high as well. Opening range. To be honest, we can remove this liquidity marker because pretty much aligns very nicely with the opening range gap high. So, looks like we might get London low, but we'll see. I wonder if this gets the CISD here. It might entice me to take a long early in the session. Say we got 131. Looking at a potentially 10-ish, 12-ish micro trade. All right, let's see. So 25% opening range gap taken there. What I would want to see, ideally, the best thing that could happen, we come out, take London lows, and we get a breaker. If that forms, I will be in long with zero hesitation. And if we put in a fair value gap as well, that would also be great. We'll also probably get an SMT there. Looks pretty bearish right now, respecting the bearish order flow. So I'd expect some sell side to get taken. Although we did take out those relative equal lows we were talking about. So we'll see. You're really aggressive. You can short this right now to London lows, but I would be breaking rules just based on the closure of 50% there. You actually could have got decent risk to reward. 2R. One to five standard deviations of Asian range. I'm not gonna trust any long here if we get the CISD now. There's just no way. If there was an SMT at the low here, maybe. Checking out the YM. Looks somewhat bullish. Taking out the short-term high. Technically, that is your CISD. I don't trust it. No fair value got printed. Sloppy delivery. No real manipulation below 930. But we did take out the equal lows. We don't have to take London lows. It's not a requirement for me. But I prefer it in this specific scenario. So I want to see a move below 930. Then quick displacement back up. This light is just a little too bright, man. Okay, seeing some speed lower, that's good. Hopefully we can get that London low. See if we get into the new week opening gap high. We took the short-term low, SMT there. Have to take London low for me to trust this move, but we'll see. We get a CISD here with the first presentation. I wouldn't mind that. I'll be opt out of any classic model here. So for us to get in long, we have to see a CISD or a breaker. We would have a nice breaker here if we get it. Could we take London lows, put in that higher time frame SMT? I mean, to be honest, this looks really bearish right now. So just in terms of the order flow on the 15, we've been validating all this, respecting the OB, respecting the CIBI. Can we get London low? We touched new week opening gap high there. The SMT stands. Presentation is here. If this can now come here, take London low, and then reverse, that'd be nice. But we don't have to. For me to get in long, I have to see the CISD, which is right here. Very energetic move. Would be a 34-point stop. The first signs of bullish order flow would be this inversion, the first presentation. Huge wick. Getting into the wick opening gap high again. Should get London lows here. Okay, there's London lows. It's nice. ES takes out the equal low, the 6 a.m. low. We'll see if ES takes out London low or if we get an SMT there. I'll see. The YM SMT there as well. Starting to wonder if this is potentially your protected low, 930 Po3. It's possible. Inverse first presentation. This candle flips bullish off the first presentation. I might enter long on a buy stop if we get to that body. Watching it closely. Could buy it on close as well. Nope. It's just failing at the level where I need to see it speed up. Trade into first presentation. We don't get the closure above, but we did inverse first presentation. Still somewhat choppy. Let's take an entry here. Top's going to cover that old low and first presentation. A very immediate move down. We already inversed first presentation. We might just get immediately stopped here. I was taking that on the inversion of first, but wow, destroyed. Yeah, absolutely destroyed. Wow. Okay. Taking that off the inverse of first presentation. Yeah, we never got the CISD, but we did get the inversion here. So I did think this was going to speed up. A little bit preemptive, but nonetheless, it's okay. ES engaging now. We have an SMT here. So we might try this again. I want to see this put in a swing low. Next candle, if it trades higher, that would be ideal. Might have to wait for the macro as well, because it is getting pretty choppy in this price action. So mark out the macro. ES taking out that low. 6 a.m. Got an S&T there. You could take this as a classic model as well. We do inverse this small fair value gap here. This one. If we get back above here, I might try the same trade. But I also don't want to get tripped up in this consolidation. I mean, right now it's literally just going sideways. Still just sideways. We'll keep it annotated on first presentation. Still sideways. ES might take London lows. The fact that this is taking so long, and that's okay. ES can take London lows. I still want to see this 4-hour hold, but we'll see. Wait for the macro. Get a higher probability trade idea. Opening range is quite choppy like this. You know, we might get a better silver bullet idea, but I don't mind taking something in the macro. Potentially be a little bit higher probability. You're just gonna have to probably wait for the macro or 10 a.m. Which, you know, I probably should have done anyways when you see all this sidewaysness. We're seeing that move lower. 3 minutes until the macro. Ideally, this 4-hour stays somewhat open. Like, I don't like the low forming too far into this. Ideally, we don't even trade into here. That's how you know if it's bullish or not. Like, for sure. If we start making too far of lower lows, I'm a little bit skeptical in the whole idea. But back below London lows, the FD required to be right here now. Right here. EF taking out London lows there. That's fine. We'll see if this starts to give us reversal criteria. We're almost at that. Yeah. So we just fully filled in the 4-hour. I'm gonna mark that with a blue line. Actually, a red line. So we fully filled in the 4-hour. So if we are bullish, we really shouldn't go much lower. Obviously, we have the lower 4-hour, which I mean at this point is right there. So I guess we possibly could get there. I did prefer in my pre-market plan that it didn't, but it might. So we'll see. I like the imbalance put in here. I like that imbalance. Now it's showing a little bit less choppiness. First signs of bullish order flow would be an inversion level here. Like we're just that would be your first sign of bullish order flow if we do get the inversion there. Not gonna long it off the inversion, but it'll be a first criteria. Ideally, we don't trade into this, but we might. Let's see. Getting back to that 4-hour FEG level. Let's see if it wicks right there. It might get there. Is it wicking? I'm looking at the low of this 4-hour bullish, and I'm looking at the high of this 4-hour bullish. Is there a volume balance in that? No, there isn't. The low here. As of right now, we're not even trading above it, so checking the YM. Stay patient. Macro. It's been 2 minutes into the macro now. How's the stock market doing? Definitely down. Everything's red except Tesla. All right, well, it looks like we will get that 4-hour level. The fact that we're still going lower, so and that's fine. It's still in a time window which we could reverse. So I mean, we'll just have to see if it touches that 4-hour low. Doesn't have to. I would prefer it now though. Small 15. Like for example, I would expect this to hold. Should it trade into that? See if we get the inversion here. This would be a CISD on the premise that we're below the liquidity pool. We're seeing an insane amount of speed now. On the breaker would be all the way up here. Candle trades lower. As soon as this candle trades lower, all right, we'll try this. We're going to try this long. CISD, we got the inversion from discount from the exact level I had in pre-market. I like Asia highs. And we'll see if we get the expansion. Looking at standard deviation levels. A lot of markings up here. -1 is right there. -2, that's where my TP is. We have potential final objectives up there as well. We'll see. We did get above first presentation there. This might be one of those ones where we just hold, but we'll see. This kind of aligns with our higher time frame idea. I guess our first partial can be there. The macro delivers. Will be my last trade of the day. That's for sure. I'm not the type to set and forget, but this might be one of those ones where we just set and forget, you know? Because, I mean, I believe in Asia highs. Clear some of this up. Reduce my stop here slightly. We should leave the lower portion here open. My stop at the body low, +1 tick. Could get quite choppy in here. Could also get quite expansive. And we see that displacement, the sponsorship, that this could potentially be a nice buy program. Also could be too small of a fair value gap for first presentation. Could potentially be this one. We may get a move back into that. This is your order block. So it could touch right here. That's actually your OTE order block entry model, but I don't use that. You know, just for the sake of it. We'll actually cover the stop here where it originally was. I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, something like that. Could add here on a protraction model. I did go in with a little bit less risk than original. To be honest, I don't like the fact that we're trading back in here. This should have been a balanced price range once we got back above, and we had no problem getting back below. But we did leave a huge imbalance. But you can already see it's not looking bullish. You know, it shouldn't be trading this far down if it's bullish. So, could just be wrong. Getting quite low. Getting into that order block like we said. See if that holds. Pretty strong reaction off the order block right there, but unless we get above this fair value gap, it doesn't mean much. Speaking of, I guess we can open chat here because I don't see myself changing anything else in this trade. I don't see myself taking another. This is simply it. This is our trading for today. Crazy PA, this would be A plus. Good trade, yeah, it's a good trade. Good upside potential. It's definitely close to A plus in my opinion. Definitely close to A plus in my opinion. Enter off the FEG. Good luck, bro. Too early? Not for me. I'm bearish till previous day equilibrium. Possible. If it doesn't play out, my funds are gone with the wind. That's okay, bro. Is that a 1-to-1? No. Should have waited for 10. Nope. Shouldn't have waited for 10. Big drawdown. It's okay. Risk is all calculated. It's bearish now. Maybe. Possible. Possibly put a sweep below London after 10. Yeah, you can wait for after 10 if that's your model. From an Arabic country? I am Arabic, yes, but I don't live in an Arab country right now. Dang, I was bullish too, but it's hard because I'm at work. I'm not sure what that means. Long is good. You long too early though? No. Not for my model at least. Dang, I was bullish too. Are you in buys? I am in buys. Where's your TP? TP's thrown up at Asia highs, -2 standard deviations. 50-minute close over, then it will be long. Perhaps, yeah. Made a minus 600 or went minus. Why did you long up there? Because we got the CISD. Was there SMT on NQ? Not sure. No, I don't think so. Long buys? Well, I'd hope so. I mean, long. The low getting taken, then going up. If we make a lower low here, I don't expect the reversal, but that's just me. Why I'm pushing up? NQ ain't doing anything. It's okay. I mean, we did the hard part of this. 1 minute SMT, yeah, right there. 4-hour SMT with FEG will make it go up, I think. Possible. -600. That's okay, bro. Is 600 a normal amount for you to lose? As long as you risk what you were supposed to risk, you know, then it's fine. Where are you from? I live in Canada. Is it bad if I took a scalp to the London lows after market open because I knew it was gonna get hit? Why are you asking me, bro? I don't know. Depends on your model. Are you taking trades that you shouldn't be taking? You can't let the fact that you won a trade justify it, right? If you lost that trade, Peter, would you have said, man, why am I taking this trade? Well, you probably would, no? So if you win, you can't act like you were supposed to take that trade, you know? Arab, which Arab country? I'm Iraqi. What Arab? I'm Iraqi. How do you trade in school? I used to sit in the back of the class on my MacBook and pretend I'm taking notes, but really I was just trading. How I got my first payout, actually. It is quite choppy. Have you been in Iraq? No. It is quite choppy, but if this is your protected low, then it doesn't matter. If it's not your protected low, well, let me get stopped out. Did you graduate college? Yeah, I did. It's 4 years. Why not add to this position? I only add once I reduce my risk. So if we get an expansion higher here, above this high, I can trail my stop to this low and add 2 positions. Well, anywhere from 2 to 5. Right now I'm sitting at 5, but we'll see. You don't look 25? I'm not 25, I'm 22. Makes sense. Yep, that's just me though. You don't have to do like that. That's just how I do it. Took the same long, but I don't like my risk reward ratio. probably shouldn't have taken it then if it's too low for you, or your stop loss or your entry or your take profit. See, I'm taking this long on the premise that this is a daily power of 3 reversal. So if that's the trade idea, I'm easily looking for Asia highs as a minimum objective for the day. But that's my model. Can you speak Arabic? A little bit. If you got rejected, so good so far. Yeah, I mean, right now it's just consolidating around the fair value gap. Very sloppy, I'll tell you that much. But I don't see myself changing my stop because it is sloppy. So my stop needs to cover. You think we'll go lower? Maybe. What's good, Zoe? Dude, I'm also in the same trade like you. Cool, bro. What brokers you use for Canada? I use interactive brokers. Right now I'm signing with AMP Futures. Not signing, I'm making an account, but they keep asking me for paperwork. It's annoying. Do you also work or are you a full-time trader? All I do is trade and make content. You don't look like you're from Iraq. I thought Middle East. You don't think that's worth for me going in? If you don't, yeah, it all depends on what your criteria, right? You shouldn't have to think or consider, oh, is this good, is this bad? You should just know right away because your model is really clear. Guy, the markets have been rough these past 2 weeks. It's been tough, yeah. I took the buy stops at the low. The FVG got stopped. You had your stop right there. Yeah, it's not a good stop in my opinion. In a really bullish, clean market, maybe, but not in a market like this. It's too sloppy to put your stop. That's too aggressive, especially when there's an order block right there. You do all the work like editing your videos and all? Yep. I don't really edit much of my videos. Where's your TP? My TP set at high of day, but might even hold this longer. We'll see. Normally do you pyramid? I won't pyramid, but I'll scale in. And like I said, if we get above this high, I'll add 2 positions. I'll have to calculate my risk, but I'll add positions and trail the stop to this low. We have to get above this high though. High of the day, like Asia high. Yeah, Asia high is like my first objective for this potentially. I'm trading my daily Po3 model, right? So I'm expecting this to, even if it goes higher in the PM, I wouldn't mind holding this. I had some work to do after, so I'll be going to the gym later in the day, so I'll be here next to my computer. I probably will. If we start getting above I'll partial, but I'll also scale in if we get above them. We don't know. Right now we're just consolidating. Gold is pumping. Nice. It's good. Target market open level. 9:30 or midnight. New York kill zone. It's about to drop. Get out break even. No. Why would I get out break even? Makes no sense. How many W's and losses? For what? Is this NQ? Yep, this is NQ. I mean, I'm trading the micro. I'm not actually trading the minis. It's just on here. It's the minis. My actual account, it's the micros. I don't trade minis. Gold grilled my SL before pumping. It happens, bro. Did you put your SL where it was supposed to be? Price just dumped to 1 point away from me losing the accounts. How many wins and losses you got these last 2 weeks? Let's see after this trade, and I'll tell you. What's the most you risk on an eval? 1%. I risk 1% on an eval. This is very sloppy. We came out the first presentation, started breaking down. We closed below these consecutive up close candles. So, looks like it may come for this low, just based on this structure. Higher time frame order flow is screaming lower. You tell me the higher time frame order flow that's screaming lower. You tell me, bro. Okay, 4-hour PO3. Yep, and daily power 3. Usually I combine the 2 models. Why is this A+? We're inside of a 4-hour bullish. We've taken out London lows. We're below midnight open and New York kill zone open. Inside the macro, we got the CISD and the breaker and the inversion of first presentation. We have Asia high of day, which is really rare. Usually Asia does not remain high of day, so probabilities are also in our favor. It's a good trade. It's a good trade. Nothing more to say. You got to start reading chat. I only read chat once I'm already in the trade. It doesn't have to be A plus for you. Doesn't matter. Where are your stops? At the low of this order block. You'll be experts when you're in losing trade. It's okay, bro. We catch wins, everyone will leave. We catch losses, everyone is on the opposite side. But looks like we may get out here. Have you backtested model where your trading model matches your daily bias 5 minutes? I haven't backtested on the 5-minute time frame, no. Your trading model matches your daily bias? No, I have not backtested. That's so specific. Why would I have backtested that, bro? I mean, we're getting a really deep retracement here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like stop loss might hit. I mean, the order block's still holding. But it's a very deep retracement, you know. Very sloppy conditions. The fact how this sloppy is. We can close. Why would I close? Why would I put my stop loss here and then just close it right now? That doesn't make any sense. We have a 4-hour gap below. Wait for that. Nope, this is my last trade of the day. Got stopped out, calling it for a day. Yeah, this is gonna be my last trade of the day too. This little edge went hard. I mean, it's there for a reason, but it shouldn't have, if this was a really good trade, it wouldn't have come that close. But still in it. Market makers hunting my stops for real. Got stopped out by 2 points. No one's hunting your stop, bro. How much risk? 1,500. 1%. Exactly, bro. God bless you. Did I miss something? Top ticked? Pretty much, bro. It's going up once it takes out your stop loss. Maybe. It's possible. There is another 4-hour bullish fair value gap under us. I would have preferred this remain open as a breakaway gap, but it may not. Doesn't look like it right now. Maybe they're inducing sell side liquidity to move it up. Possible that if it doesn't get inverse, longs are cooked. Yeah. Do you talk like a robot in real life too? I don't know. Don't worry, bro. I took the same trade. I already got stopped out with the 250 loss on eval. My psychology is good because this was a good trade. Yep, it was a good trade, bro. I'll take it again. Definitely Monday low of week. That was the idea for me as well. How can I make it so I will show the ticks instead of the amounts of money using on TopStep X? Go to settings, go to privacy, and change it. Don't listen to the haters. Don't worry, bro. I've been doing this a long time. Super ready with the super used to the haters. These are my settings. It's all black, and then this is D9, D9, D9. It's quite engaging, bro, to be honest. But look at the last 4-hour bullish swing. We haven't reached a discount yet. You're right. We did not go into 4-hour discount. That is true. I think it's gonna be a huge update, just stopping out weak hands. That's what I'm thinking too, Garrett. Honestly, that was my idea. So I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not gonna push the button again. 2 is my max, so. But we shall see. This is only on eval. That was a good trade. Shows how much market is not logical. I mean, we haven't even stopped out, but it's a good. Doesn't matter. It's a good trade. Have you backtested a model where you're trading model waiting for pre-market open highs or lows? But no. The only model I backtested was. And honestly, I backtested quite a bit. But you're asking me the wrong questions, bro. You need to go do it yourself. Don't ask me if I backtested the model that you want to trade. Go backtest it yourself, bro. It doesn't matter if I did it. You won't be able to trust the model if I just tell you it's good. You have to do it yourself. Why is it a good trade? We're inside of a 4-hour bullish fair value gap, aligned with the daily bias. We're in deep discount below midnight, below 930, below New York kill zone. We got a strong displacement in the CISD, inverse first presentation. We swept London lows. We're inside the macro. Everything's aligning for higher prices. It's a good trade. I would take it again. But doesn't have to be a good trade for you. It's a good trade for me. Doesn't have to be a good trade for you. Everyone's model's different. Would you re-enter? Probably not. It shouldn't be taking this long. It's not a day I want to be re-entering. It can still play? Yeah, it can still play. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to re-enter, you could look for this 4-hour gap, but it really shouldn't. If it's truly bullish, it won't get there. It's taking long to cause confusion. Well, we're just consolidating right now. Been trading for 2 years, lost 30 funded accounts. What should I change my model? I follow SMC. The fact you said I follow SMC makes me feel like you don't really have a good model. Why is it a day you not want to re-enter? Because it's taking way too long. This trade works out, according to my statistics, 8 out of 10 times. Realistically more, but let's just say 8 out of 10 times. If the market is going to expand higher. If I have the right idea in the daily power of 3, this model plays out 8 out of 10 times. Really, it's more, but this plays out. The fact that it's not playing out, it's like a red flag. It's like, obviously, either I missed something or the market is just range bound. The market's just range bound then. And if the market's range bound, right? Think about it like this. Like, if I said longs have a 90% chance of playing out on this entry, and then it fails, I'm just going to re-enter. I just lost a 90% trade. It's probably just going to be one of those days where it just fails, It's better to just not. There's no point in giving the market another one. When are you going to make a video of your model? I already have, bro. There's already a video on my YouTube channel. Indicator macro. I marked this out myself. There's no indicator. There is no indicator, bro. It's whatever stuck to the rules as long as the model is good. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Doesn't matter anymore. First refugees are enemy, remember? What? Why are you saying that? I'm hoping you don't get stopped up at the same time model forms if it goes into the 4-hour. Good luck, bro. I didn't take that FPG trade. That's okay. Is there going to be any alpha discounts? Right now, it's just 10%, I believe. I don't think there's anything more than that. There is indicator related to macro? Maybe, but I don't have one. I do it manually. We don't look at discount on the 1-hour time frame. I went long, got stopped, re-entered on that 3-minute FPG, got stopped second time. It happens, bro. Do you go break even? When it makes sense, yeah. You gotta get liquidated. I mean, it's an eval, so it's not even the biggest deal. What platform do you recommend? I personally recommend Alpha Futures. 2% down on a fresh 50K. Are you risking 1% per trade? 50K eval or funded, bro? Because 1% risk on a funded, that's quite a bit. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, obviously it's depending on the person. For me, that's a lot though. Oh, eval? Yeah, it's fine, bro. New NQ was gonna still trade it and lost. It's okay, bro. It happens. TP, my TP set at high of day. Asia highs right now. This chart represents FOMO. Chat's not profitable, bro. Let's be honest. 90% of them at least. The SL was nuts. No, not really. I mean, it's load the order block, right? How would you take a 50K eval? I would trade 1%, only one trade a day max, and just take the A++, triple plus. Just looking at first presentation. Once we get above, this was still A plus setup. Yeah. The fact that it's not playing out doesn't change the fact it was A plus over here. Is it still A plus? Meaning, would I re-enter right now? Probably not. But when it first formed, it was A plus, right? And I'll trail my stop to. I mean, realistically, this swing low doesn't really cover much. A couple ticks, but get out now? No, brother. This is an eval. There's not even any point to be really crazy about it. Why alpha futures? It's easier to get payout on alpha. It's not even worth it. Bro, I blew my funded because trailing drawdown. Take profit, trader? Yeah, that happens, bro. Once you go break even, once a protraction model forms, I don't just put my stop break even for no reason. I put my stop break even. I only move my stop where it makes sense, right? And right now I'm looking at like this level, like anywhere here, just to cover this newly inverse fair value gap, and it's gonna cover this old one. We'll see. Yeah. You entered from that IFG? Nope, I entered right there, and we've endured a lot of drawdown and time. It is bullish higher time frame, yeah. How does the higher time frame validate your trade? What was the key level? The 4 hour is what I was framing this off of. The 4 hour bullish. Are you going to cancel this trade on break even? No. How come it's easier to get paid on alpha futures compared to top step? Because you only need 3 wins, and you don't need a buffer to get a payout. Yeah, the equal highs at orc high is very nice. It's a little bit too clean. But we'll see if we even get there. We managed to reduce some of the risk, which is nice. I just want to cover this inversion in my stop placement. It can trade back into it. I don't want to see it re-inverse. How many months did you spend? A lot of months, bro. Maybe 10. So when you take a payout, the account doesn't get set to 0? Exactly, brother. Exactly. So it becomes a lot easier to get payout on alpha. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. If you think about it like this, man. If you guys have ever had a funded account and you were up, but you didn't take a payout because you wanted to make a buffer or you wanted to make more, the Apex, you have to make a buffer. My funded futures, I'm pretty sure you need a buffer or you need like a certain amount of winning days. What else? To take profit, you need a buffer, which is fine. Nothing wrong with a buffer. But I'm just saying, for people who have never gotten a payout, it's way easier when you don't need a buffer. You can literally just take 3 1R or 2R trades and request payout as long as once you wait the payout window. You know, it's just way much easier. Alpha, you need a buffer? No, you don't need a buffer, bro. You do not need a buffer. Well, I'm talking about alpha futures. Silver bullet forming? I don't know. This looks really choppy. What is a buffer? A buffer is when you build up amount in your account. You build like an amount in your account, and you hold. You know, like if you want to. It's like a buffer, man. It's like how much money you have in your account to work with. Doesn't the max loss trail? No, it does not trail. I mean, it trails, yes. Maximum loss trails, but not when you take a payout. So on, for example, Top Step, let's say on Top Step, okay, I'll give you guys the example, man. Top Step, let's say you make $1,000 on the Top Step account. If you request $500 from that Top Step account, right? If you request $500, you only have 500 left to work with on Top Step. That's it. Only 500 left, which is fine. You can do that, but you're probably going to blow the account if it only has 500 left. On Alpha, if you make $1,000 and you request 500, you still have 1,500 more. You have 3 times as much money to work with to try to get another payout as opposed to Top Step. So you don't need to build like 2,000, 3,000 before getting a 500 payout or a $1,000 payout or whatever. So it's just a little bit easier in that sense. How much money do you win or lose every tick? You would have to calculate 12 times 2 divided by 4. How much is alpha 50K? I think it's like 60 bucks or 70 bucks right now. I don't know. How much months did you spend learning ICT concepts, including notes? 10 months? 8 months? I got my model a lot earlier, but I kept learning because I wanted to learn stuff. You check ES? ES is on my right monitor. If you can't see it, then join the YouTube live stream, I guess. Or go use it. For me, buy is not valid. Yeah. Don't take it then, bro. No need to take it. It's just going to consolidate. It might consolidate until lunch, to be honest. I wonder if we can hold this through lunch. We'll see. I thought Alpha Mega would show the starting account balance. It does trail, but not after payout. I thought the Alpha Mega would trail to the starting account balance. Once you get, once you do get that buffer, then it gets set to 0. If that's what is that what you're saying? It still gets set to 0. But if you want to take payouts under, you can, and you don't get hurt, I guess you can say. What's his entry off of? I entered off the CISD. Check gold, clear bull run. I'm not going to check gold because I don't trade gold. Make a video on the difference for everyone, Gatie? For Forex? I mean, for prop firms? H-bat, no discipline. I don't know what you're saying, bro, but okay. I could make a video on the prop firms. Yeah, I think someone's already made one. There's probably one already out there. Gold has only hurt me. Can you explain this PO3 model? It's a PO3 reversal. Daily PO3 reversal and 930 PO3 reversal. Down 2% on eval, bruh. Why are you saying bruh? What are you surprised about, bro? You risked 1% or 2%. Nope, I didn't trade funded. Which prop do you recommend? Alpha futures. Oh yeah, but then you still have less drawdown, so it's not as safe as waiting for Truba. Oh yeah, for sure, it's not as safe. But if you make like Timothy, what I'm trying to say is, if you get a funded, bro, on Alpha, you make 500, bro. Just request it. Just request the 500. Pay yourself 500. You still have 1,500 to work with. You should be fine. That's only on a 50K, right? I trade the 150K, so it's way easier, you know. Longest trade I've ever been in, really? PA is torturing. Why? You did the hard part. Just you have to relax now. In your mind, man, when you enter a trade, in your mind, the money's gone. Like, the money is gone. The money has left your account, you know? So, like, there's no attachment to the outcome anymore. The money's already gone. I already paid for this trade, you know? It was A+ when it first formed, but I wouldn't re-enter now saying it's A+. But when it first formed, I'm happy I didn't hesitate. How much was your profits last month? I don't know. But we got paid. You making a living with trading? Surviving? Living? Like, what's living? I cover all my expenses. I'm saving a little bit extra every month. I'm just looking to scale. My funding's on Thompson, about to get the dirtiest comeback. Yes, sir. I believe. Appreciate you, Hassan. Longing, right? I'm already in longs. Getting strong displacement here. 1029. How many funded accounts do you have? Too many, bro. Too many. When prices like this, shit, it's just best to just... Well, let me say that dumb shit, bro. Okay, should I keep my stop loss below the OB? You should put your stop loss where your model tells you to put your stop loss. Yes, sir. I full ported my granny's pension on this. You do this full time? I mean, I don't make like as much money I would want. I don't make as much money as I want to, but it's my thing, you know. You gotta keep scaling. Yep, I watched every single ICT video. Wrong direction. Yeah, you've been watching this trade the entire time, waiting for it to go against me to say wrong direction, bro. Like, I know you. You're not slick. You've been here for 45 minutes, and now that it started going against me, you finally type your comment. Wrong direction, bro. Where's CP? Asia highs. You're not slick, bro. You watch all 700 ICT videos? Yup. And most of them I've watched multiple times. Are you on your way to making a living on this? Yeah. I'm well on my way. He's not slick. I know. I know how the haters work, bro. Weekly FUG below DOL. Below drawn liquidity? What do you mean? Appreciate you, Jason. How long you been trading? About a year, almost 2 years. He's mad. He's in drawdown. I'm very mad. Yeah. How do you know when Trump speaks? Forex Factory usually, if it's anything significant, Forex Factory will update it. Yeah, it's definitely sideways market. Appreciate you, Crip. Don't worry, bro. I'm chilling. Bro perfected the art of not falling asleep while watching ICT. It's just passion, bro. It's just passion. This happened last Tuesday as well without news. It happens, bro. Down 700. There's levels to this. Yeah. There is levels to this. That's one thing for sure, bro. I'm gonna outwork everybody, bro. I have notes on every single ICT mentorship video. I ain't gonna give it to, I don't give them all out. But a lot of them I did. I gave out the 2016 ones. I gave out a little bit of 2024. Yeah. Is it beneficial to watch them all? Probably not. You're gonna teach ICT all core concepts? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. You think watch T-Trades instead is a waste of time? I would use him to help you reconfirm some of the ideas, but I wouldn't skip watching ICT. The true benefit of watching ICT is his tape reading and live lectures. That's where he's most beneficial. You know? That's where he's most beneficial. That's where you learn how to read price, know where it's going to go. There is a downside though, right? You're going to have to find a way to manage it yourself. Like you're going to have to filter out the information you don't need. You simply cannot take everything. That is the hard part. You know? That's the hard part. You have to filter it out yourself. Is 2024 enough? 100%. Any mentorship is enough. You can literally just pick one mentorship and master it. I watched your all ICT blueprints, all 13 videos. That's good, bro. I think that's the biggest stop loss I've ever seen you use. Does it just look like it? Just looks like it. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Stop loss covers the OB. So it has to be there. And then I adjust my contract size based on that, right? So it doesn't really matter. If the trade plays out, I mean, it's still 3R. It's Asia highs. It's 3.5R actually, or more. Gatie, it hurts? What hurts, bro? Shouldn't hurt, bro. You need to think of trading like when you enter a trade, you need to think about it like this. You just paid. Like when you enter a trade, you already paid to enter. The money has left. You got to think about it like that. You can't be staring at the money like, oh man, this and that, and too many emotions. Too many emotions. We are above the equilibrium with a 4-hour leg. Would you say it's the right time to be right now long? Would I enter right now? No. But am I going to change my stop until... Am I going to change my stop until... No, I'm not going to move my stop. It's just really sideways. PA so diabolical. This is tough PA, man. And you know what? I think tough PA is going to keep coming. The fact that this is forming today kind of makes me think that we're probably going to stay in consolidation on the daily chart for some time. We may even start getting stuff like this. That's why I wanted to see speed at this exact point. But it looks like we may not get it. And we may stay sideways. My plan, Ryan, so right now I want to get 350K fundeds on Alpha. That's what I'm working on. That's my main goal. I don't want to trade multiple firms just yet. So I'm working on 350Ks. I'm doing them one by one. I'm going to try to get a payout from each one. I'm not trying to rush the process. I'm going to try to get a payout from each one. To be honest, I also not that good at trading evals, bro. I'm way better just consistently, you know, managing my risk and just slowly getting nice wins. But yeah. That's my plan. So 350Ks with alpha. Once I get that, I get a payout on each one. I'll go to max top step. The reason I'm doing alpha first, it'll cover my cost for top step. I'm not really in any rush. Could I buy 5 top step and 5 alpha and keep doing it until yeah, I could, but I don't even trust myself to do that, to be honest. I'd rather just take it slow. I'm not in any rush. I'm meeting my month's end. Um, so it's super chill. Why do you like alpha over other props? Just easier to get payout. Buy 20 Apex. This is the reason I don't want to buy all the evals and trade them at once. I'm not at the level where if I buy 20 evals and copy trade them, first of all, I don't even want to trade Apex. Let's just get that first. I don't even want to trade Apex. My TP's Asia highs. Can't even see it. It's like I'm gonna levitate it around there, but to be honest, I don't know what's gonna happen with the trade. Anyway, I don't even want to trade Apex. The reason I don't get max evals and just copy trade them, if I get max evals and just copy trade them and just send it, that's too much gambling. That's just too much. I'm not even implementing my edge at that point at all, right? A lot of my edge comes in risk management and trade management. If I'm just gonna go all in on all the evals at one time, if I lose, I'm probably gonna go on tilt, bro. I'm probably gonna go on tilt. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna feel like shit if I buy all those accounts and then just activation fee your least favorite part, bro. Activation fee should be your most favorite part, bro. If it's your least favorite part, it just means you're not confident in your model, bro. You got to be confident. You would take this every time, same, bro. To grind one account and get a big payout. That's not how I like to do it, but everyone has their own, bro. Everyone has their own method to prop firms. Right now, I like my method. If price presentation holds again, I'm doing it. What would happen for you to manually close? If we inverse this, I would have. The thing is, there's no really point. I'm probably not gonna manually close this. The idea of this is my protraction model, although it's really sloppy. We took out a short-term low and we got the inversion. So now, according to my model's rules, we shouldn't re-inverse this. But I'm giving it a little bit of extra room in case it wants to wick, like it did right here. So I cover the second candle. This is my stop loss. The second candle of that inversion. Probably not going to move it. It's a pretty fixed close. I already did cut a little bit of risk. My friend has $200 dot on that time. It's funded to him to forward, but he wants to try $100. I mean, shit, bro. To each their own, bro, I guess. It's good. Realistically, on a funded, when you lose, you kind of want to side down. Someone said, what's your risk management on funded? I risk 0.25%, and I like to scale into positions. The reason I'm not letting this one go, by the way, is because I'm kind of just hoping I can weather the storm until 1050. That's possible. Maybe we get the displacement in lunch. What do you think the easiest ICT strategy is? Probably silver bullet. Pretty simple. Hey, we are making higher highs, and yeah, it's starting to look a little bit bullish, but it doesn't really matter. What made you long now? I'm not gonna lie, brother. I longed around 40 minutes ago. What's that 1050? The start of the 1050 macro. Not 2022 model. I mean, 2022 model is pretty easy. Silver bullet is really just the reason silver bullet is so simple is it's 1 hour. It's 10 a.m. to 11. You really can't overtrade, man. You only have 1 hour to work with. So how are you gonna overtrade in 1 hour? We just need one of those Trump tweets right now. I don't see 2022 happen that often. Nope, it happens all the time. You could have taken this as a 2022 model entry. Market structure shift, fair value gap, enter on the fair value gap, stop loss at the low. This is 2022 model here too. Would you ever open a live account? I actually have 2 live accounts right now, but I haven't really traded it. I'm like really, really patient with my live. I'm gonna be honest. Well, I mean the futures live I haven't even traded yet, but I'm already in some other positions on my live. There we go. So see, we traded into a short-term low and we got the order block. I can now trail my stop to the next level, which is this low. lot of displacement now. This price action was for patient traders. This proves if you can do this. What's chat got to say? Don't worry, chat's not going to say anything. Those guys already left. Anyways, these equal highs will be my first partial. Honestly, I want to hold this for the rest of the day. I want to go take a nap, come back, and hold this the rest of the day. I like to stop here, to be honest. Alright, we managed to reduce risk by half. This was tough in my emotions, risking 2% of my eval, so close on my SL. Great psychology pace. What do you mean by partials? It means taking something off, but I might not even. Break even before you nap? Definitely not going to break even here, I don't think. Unless there's a really clean breaker, which there isn't really. Just going to leave my stop here. This candle's low. Pretty much covers this low. If I'm being honest, this is one of those trades where I'm willing to just kind of hold it till Asia high and just see what happens. I'm also on an eval, so yeah. My only option for prop firm is Apex. How can I get payout? You should read the rules and have a profitable model and follow it. TP at Monday's high. Monday's high has already been taken. Nope, I didn't, Eugenio. Do you copy trade? Yeah, usually. Asia had a big move, maybe don't go until there. Possible. You can break even here. It's not bad. You definitely can. But I'm really happy with the amount of risk I've already cut off. We've already cut it off by more than half. So, how many videos have you watched on ICT? All of them, bro. Take care, Ryan. What makes you confident we're getting to Asian high? It's not even about confidence. It is, but it doesn't even have to be. The model I'm trading is a daily Po3 reversal model. This is the model I backtested, where I'm buying below midnight open, expecting this to be reversal. Right? So if that's the case, then I know Asia has a target, right? If this is a true Po3 reversal model, I know Asia has a target. So I can just simply hold. Why do you show? Because my real accounts are not on TradingView. It's funny how the haters disappeared. Of course, bro. I've been doing this for a year, man. Ain't nothing new. I've been live streaming every day for a year. It's been the same since day one. And then you get like, oh, and then it finally starts going. They'll still find other reasons to hate. Great shit. Just hit bearish breaker. True. Does ICT use a break of structure? Yes. Break even at org for me. There you go, bro. As long as you know what to do. What's your win rate? Like 60. Which plays would you recommend to watch to build a model? 2022 is probably the best, bro. What software you use to copy trade several accounts? I use AlphaTix. It's built in with the prop firm. Or TopStep X. Yep, I would have scaled in right here. 1038, chilled my stop. Exactly. But on eval, I just go max risk from the beginning. How did you not get caught up in the chop? My stop was where it was supposed to be. Type shit. Exactly, bro. That's how I like to trade, man. I like to risk less originally and scale in on the winning trades, catch bigger risk to reward because of the scaling in. That's like a big part of my edge, you know? Can't really use that in evals. I mean, you can, but it's not really the same. You don't want to risk less on eval. You want to risk more. Why don't you use Apex? I don't like the live trailing drawdown. It's not ideal. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Dre. Yeah. Why not trade 952 FEG for buy? That's pretty much what I did, brother. Pretty much what I did. Asia is so far away. What makes you confident in it? The fact that this is my daily Po3 reversal model. It's just my model. You need to know in your model what you can target, right? We're not all trading the same model. So these are questions, guys. Like a lot of listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys are a lot of the time you guys ask me questions you should know the answer to before you trade. Unless you're literally here just fully copy trading me and then you just want to learn my model, okay, then it's fine. You can ask the questions. But if you're trading your own model and you're just here to chill and I see what I do, whatever, you should have these answers, man. You need to have these answers for yourself, you know? What model are you trading? What potential range does that model offer? If I'm trading a daily power of 3, think about it. I'm trying to capture the daily range. Why would it not go to Asia high if this model is correct? Now this model doesn't have to be correct, right? Which is why I'm probably going to partial at these equal highs, right? Or at least that's where I would on a funded. Or for example, midnight open and New York kill zone open. So these would be partial levels for me per my rules in case I'm wrong, right? My model tells me if this model is going to play out, Asia high is going to get taken. But I may be wrong. Maybe the model is not correct. It doesn't mean I have to lose this trade, right? So that's where your money management and taking partials protect you. Not gonna lie, I fully copy traded you and I'm glad I did. At least you're honest, bro. What's up, SMC short? Over Asia highs? Eventually. It's hard to say if it will today because it's been quite slow. Why was your stop where it was at the beginning of the trade? Stop loss covers the CISD. Very simple. Every time I take a reversal model, stop loss covers the CISD. This was a CISD. Stop has to cover the low. The stop covers the low until we put in a protraction. The protraction only formed after 1018. What did I do at 1018? I put my stop right here. That's where I put it for the protraction to cover the inversion. We got another protraction. Retracement to short-term low. We got the order block. Where did I put my stop? Right here. Did we get another protraction? Not really, but we did get an inversion, and I can qualify this as an order block, which is why my stop is here. If you want to be aggressive, there's nothing wrong with putting your stop like right here, to be honest. If it's really bullish, it won't come there. And realistically, I probably will, if I'm being honest. Let me change it on my account. But yeah. Wonder how many signal bots are watching? A lot, bro. You explain the entry? It's my model 2. Yeah, that's a great place. This is a great partial. 50% opening range gap, 8:30 and midnight open. It's a great partial. And you know what? Just for actually, I'm not even gonna do it. I don't know if people are just gonna copy trade me. I would partial here. I know people are signal botting, although I don't like it. You should be partialing here. It's just not how I don't like to trade my evals that way. It just takes way too long. I've already taken way too long on this eval because we had a losing streak, so. In your model, do you expect to retrace to the 1 minute or 5 minute breaker? No. I don't even need to retrace. Why is everyone pretending to be me? They're trying to convince people to buy a mentorship that does not exist. Please, people place random stop to get illusion of more RR, then question why they got stopped out. Exactly, man. Listen, your stop, look, yes, you want to try to maximize your risk to reward. You cannot sacrifice your stop loss to do that. It doesn't matter 1R, 1.5, 2. If your model says 2, you don't change your stop loss until it says 2. You put your stop loss where it's supposed to be, and then see, is it supposed to be 2? That's how you trade, right? You can't sacrifice a good stop loss for risk to reward. Sacrifice a good entry, or try to get a better entry. You know, you have to put a proper stop on the trade. Where is it truly invalidated, right? Every one of, if you have your model, then you should know. Stream only on Saturday, Sunday. Gatie, you should stop streaming every day. People are probably selling your signals. I don't think anyone's selling my signals. It's too quick. But please don't stop. We'll see. If you join this live, prepare to get followed by 10 bots. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I tried the 1 minute, so it's no one's selling my signals. No, yeah, no one's selling my signal. No one's selling my signal. This is smart to take it now from your analysis. I'm planning on taking it now. No. Bro, a fake Paolo account keeps on telling me to buy his crypto. They just want to use your name. They're just trying to convince other people that it's me, you know? Do people even fall for these fake bots? Unfortunately, yes, bro. Think about it. I mean, if they didn't, why would they still do it? Is TP on London High? First partial is. Or I guess my next partial. But this is one of those trades where I want to just leave it here and then leave. Is it cool to take now? No. It's not cool. It's very not cool. Where's your stop loss? Okay. Yep, it's a nice one. I like it. Wait, why not? Why can't I take it now? Because there's no model. No model. Why can't I take it now? You just want to take it now. Like, I know what's going on here, bro. I'm not stupid. You were trying to copy trade me, but you didn't take it here. You didn't take it here. And now you're saying now that it went up, you want to take it. The risk reward is too high now, bro. It's too far gone. You're gonna lose. You lost a lot of potential profit already. It's too far. If you were to enter, if I was to enter again, I'd wait for a protraction. Meaning, if we can retrace, put in an inversion, then you can potentially take a long. Stop at the low. Take it, guys. People in the back. Yep, 1050 macro. Yes, they didn't take those highs, so still expecting potentially higher. Boom, boom, boom. This is NASDAQ. NQ. You took the long at 1030. Nice, bro. As long as you followed your model. Already took that liquidity up. Nope, this high still remains intact on both assets. That wick is crazy. What wick? Did you see that wick? Why did everyone see a wick? Why is your stop loss not at break even? We could still wick through first presentation. Trade still be valid. I'm covering this order block, breaker block as well. So I'm just giving a little bit breathing room. Wick is on micro. Damn. Oh, I see. Well, we're still in, so it's fine. When you're going break even, I don't just put my stop at break even ever. I don't just do that. I only do that. I only move my stop to levels where it makes sense. This last couple of minutes is going to be interesting. A potential 1 hour OB. It's because of the eval, Addy, and I'm trying to just go for the 4K, to be honest. I'm just trying to go for the max. I'm taking too long on this eval, and I'm already in drawdown in it. I'm not trying to spend a whole month on this eval, so. Is an OM being validated by price crossing below the rejection block? If you close below the rejection block, I would qualify it as invalidated. But here, we got to the rejection block, but we didn't close below. It's also a time frame thing. 2 minute. Let's see all the time frames. 3 minute. 5 minute. Check the 4 minute. 4 minute. Yeah, so all of them just got wicked. You take the trade without SMT. Yeah, no SMT. What is trailing drawdown, bro? Does it affect on an eval? Yes, depending what firm though. It was 8 plus with stop loss thing to be so big that we would have entered on the inverse. Both models didn't fail me, right? As long as I put my stop where it was supposed to be, The model didn't fail. This is the longest trade I've ever seen. Good job, though. The good job is not because I think this is where a lot of you guys may struggle is you guys only think it's a good job because it's now in profit. It was a good job as soon as I clicked the button and I put my stop loss there. That's what the good job was, you know? Win or lose, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Easy way to find SMT. You gotta look at both assets simultaneously. That's all. You know? There's good job. You can good job the trade management. I managed the trade pretty well. I didn't touch my stop until I was supposed to, which is right here. Didn't touch my stop again until right here. Now I'm covering the breaker, so a little bit aggressive. Technically, my stop should be here, but because it's the breaker and we have first presentation, I'm leaving it there. And yeah, like I said, this is your protected low. It's your protected low. It's as simple as that. That's the whole point of this trade. Is I'm thinking this is your protected low for the daily candle. I may be wrong. I don't have to be right for defined profits, right? Like I said, you can take partials along the way. Got it. On the entry, I wanted to enter the CFTC at 952, but it went so high, I got a bad entry. What should I do next time and wait? Depends on your model, bro. You tell me what you want to do. You want to know what I do? I just take it. As long as I can still catch good risk to reward in the trade, I take it. Which low is protected? This one. I'm annotating this as a long-term low. This is an intermediate term low. And so is this one. This one might be, if we put another short-term low higher. This is your long-term. That's why I said when I took this, as long as we don't go below here, the trade is still valid. I'll just good RR. It's 1-to-1. Well, my TP is all the way up there, so if it plays out, then it's going to be more. Even the first partial level is pretty good. Equalize. But we'll see. Probably going to have to go make some breakfast. A lot of the time I like trailing the stop, the most recent 5-minute as well. Stop's in a good spot. We just have to leave this and be patient. All this just to make 1 to 3 because of partials? What do you mean all this, bro? All this? It's just trading. What do you mean all this? All this work? What is there a time limit with how long you're in trade? No, there's no time limit. I mean, I'm not going to hold it past 1 day. What's your TP on this? I'm looking for Asia highs as a final objective. Well, like, best case scenario objective. Where should I take next re-entry with explanation? If we get an inversion fair value gap here, that would make sense. Do Alpha have discounts? It's just 10% right now. I'm waiting to all the way to Asian heights. Pretty much me too, bro. We'll see if we get there in this macro. First presentation. Touched. Trump speaks at 3 p.m. You holding through that? It's probably not going to take that long. Usually 1 p.m. is like my max. Usually I don't hold through PM session. But we'll see. We have a candle displacing lower at the low first presentation now, so. Gonna be your last entry? Yeah. First presentation, not a FUG. This is an FUG right here. But that was a fake out. There's a 4 FUG. It's a point of interest in real manipulation has yet to happen. It's 11 a.m., bro. You don't think the manipulations occurred? You took profits? No. This is an eval, so I'm just going all in. I'm going for the 4,000 P&L. You trade PM session? Sometimes. Why don't you go break even? Why would I go break even if it doesn't make sense? Should I enter now? You should follow your model, brother. But if we get an inversion here, that would be nice. I agree with you, JP. I agree with you. How you been, JP, bro? We gotta call, bro. I gotta make some food after this, so I'm hungry. Looks like we might finally be out of this one. We did reinverse first presentation, so probably killed the idea anyways. It's getting real close. Hey, we're out. Yep, we're out. Was a good trade. Was a good trade. We managed to reduce risk. Yeah. See how much lower it's going on the trail that sell? That was really good. Really good. The move might happen in PM session. So I'll keep an eye out for that. Might trade it since that one ended up being pretty much break even, so but I don't want to trade this through lunch. It's been quite choppy. Honestly, I'm quite concerned that this daily chart might just be sideways for some time. We might start getting some January price action like this. It's possible. Hopefully not though. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Y'all don't realize how much of a great trader bro is, man. GatieTrades on here for free. That's what I'm saying, bro. Going to the protected low. Yeah, well, if it goes to this low, then my idea was wrong. You know, it is what it is. Just DM me, delusional. Just DM me. I don't like talking about it on live stream. London, the last day is better to trade. London, the last day is better to trade. Yeah, on to the next, bro. Same thing tomorrow. I mean, this could just be a retracement for lunch, but who knows? Bearish unicorn. Is there a unicorn in here? Yeah, it's quite weak. This is your breaker. But it's there. Pretty much break even, yeah. Y'all don't realize how much. Appreciate you, bro. I'm not taking the short. There's no way I would take a short. It would just make no sense. Like it's hot. I'll message you right after stream, delusional. Took an L. Might try for a second entry. Good luck, Robert. Take care, Dank. Yep, good session. I mean, quite uneventful, but it is what it is. Thanks for telling you not to trade. It's okay, bro. You're good. Now you know. Now next time I don't have to tell you. Anyways, I'm not gonna take this. If this specific fair value gap inverses within like the next 2 to 3 minutes, I wouldn't take this trade, but I'd probably tape read it. Something like this. So we can see. I wouldn't take it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it plays out. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Appreciate everyone coming through. Not a bad session for us. It is what it is. I'll see you guys live. How to stop blowing accounts. Stop risking too much. Keep having disciplined days and days where I crash out. Honestly, bro, I get this question a lot, and I feel like my answer changes every time. But I think my final answer to that question is you just have to grow up and be like, okay, like, do I fucking want this or not? You know? Like, is this what I want to do? Because eventually you're just going to have to, like, your back's against the wall at some point, and you just have to be like, like, what am I doing? I can't keep over trading and over risking. I'm never going to make progress. You may be profitable, bro. Most of you maybe are already consistently profitable, but you don't even get the chance to show yourself it because you keep over trading and over leveraging. What if I told you, by the way, if you trade for 2 to 3 months consistently following your rules, you will actually be consistently profitable? You will never know. You don't even know if you are profitable. Why would you overtrade or over leverage or break rules? maybe you're profitable, man. You're just not giving yourself benefit of the doubt. You did all the work, right? You studied, you got the model, you back tested, you journaled, but then it's time to finally prove it to yourself that you're profitable. And every time you lose, you give up. Can't be like that, man. You just gotta lock in. You just have to want it. You just have to want it. You have to know what it takes. What does it take to be profitable? You gotta be patient. You can't be emotionally attached to the losses. Win or lose does not matter. Process followed is matter. It's about the process. It's not about the results. You gotta learn to accept loss. The easiest way to accept loss, Jade Cap said it really well. Once you take a trade, whatever you risked, that money is gone from the account. Do not expect to get it back. It's gone. You paid for it. You paid the price for this trade. This transaction, if you risk $200 on a 50K funded and you click enter, that money is gone. It's left and it's not coming back. You have to earn it back. That's how you make it. You don't rush to get, you have to earn that money back. That's the game, you know? That's the game. Every time you take a trade, the account is, that money has left your account. It's gone. You cannot get attached to it. It's already gone. You already pushed the button. This is what you chose to risk on the trade. You're choosing that to lose this amount. You have to consider that you might actually lose it. You know, that's why you're risking. Otherwise, you would just go all in. That's why you only risk that amount. So only risk something you're comfortable losing. Don't risk something that's going to put you on tilt. I don't like risking 1% on my fundeds. I will go on tilt. I feel like shit when I lose 1% or 2% in one day on a funded. In my mind, when I lose 1% in one day on a funded, my account's basically gone. I'm like, fuck this funded. I got to restart. Why would I risk 1% then? That's why you have to know what works for you. That's why I risk less and I scale into positions. Because I don't want to risk 1% originally. I go with 0.25% actually. I risk 0.25% on a funded. That's why I rarely blow my fundeds unless I get payout and then, you know, I try to come back quick. That's what happened last time, but that's what I like to do. I risk 0.25 because I know myself. This is why you have to journal. If you keep journaling, oh man, I risked this, I lost, I feel like shit. I risked this, I lost, I feel like shit. I risked this, I lost, I've overtraded. You're risking too much. That's the whole point of journaling. That's what I found out. How much you risk per challenge? I risk 1% on evals, but I don't like evals. I'm not good at them, I'm gonna be honest. It's way easier for me to get a payout than to pass evals consistently. But it's an eval sim. You don't have to pass consistently. You just have to pass, you know, within a month, I guess, or whenever your time interval is. But I mean, that's the whole point of journaling. Like, you guys journal and you see, oh man, I felt like this today, or I lost and I overtraded because I wanted to make it back. Take that information and implement it into your strategy. This is why you need to cut down your risk for some of you. Me personally, when I risk 1% or 2% on an eval, on a funded, I feel awful. I feel like I lost my whole account. If you feel like that, then de-risk. You have to implement. Trading has unlimited variables. That's why on a funded, I risk 0.25%. You know how easy it is to take a trade risking 0.25? I feel no ways whatsoever. And the beauty of it is, I can scale into my positions now. When I reduce my risk by reducing my stop loss, I can scale in. I can add some micros to the trade. That way I can still see good risk to reward. Instead of just going in all in on the first position, I don't do that because I don't want to risk 0.5% or 1%. I don't want to lose 1% in one day. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's a bad thing, but I know myself. If I risk 1% on a trade in the funded and I lose, I'm going to feel already mentally the account's gone. I don't want to lose $500 on a 50K funded on one day. I don't like that. It's too much. I feel like I lost 1/4 of the account in one day. I feel like shit now, you know? Sure, you can make it back, but it's just not ideal. Some people can. If that's what you're okay with, all right, then you have to implement that. If you like risking 1% per trade on a funded, well, you better have a model that permits really high probability trades every time. You can't afford to take bad trades when you're risking 1%. Every model, every trade has to be clean cut. A++, couple trades a week, max. I don't trade that way. I like to trade more often, sometimes twice a day, in fact. I can't risk 1% twice a day. That's risking half my account in one day. How does that make sense? I will never be profitable. It's these little things make a huge difference, you know? So you just have to know what you're comfortable with. You have to know what kind of trader you want to be. And that's why you have to trade and journal. Otherwise, you'll never know. So, shout out to the speech from Gatie. Can you explain the long? Sure, brother. Very simple idea. I'm expecting this 4-hour bullish for value gap to hold. If we're really bullish, we won't trade down here. So I don't want to see it trade here. It can. I would prefer it not to. It would be more bullish indication for me if it doesn't trade here and it stays open. Okay? That was the idea. We take out London lows. Come on, man. We take out London lows. ES also takes out London lows. So we got a little bit of a lower move here below London lows. That's because there was a little bit of, let's say, lag from ES's side. So we get a little bit lower. But this is London lows. Inside the liquidity pool, we get a CISD here. As soon as we get this CISD, I can start looking for entry. My model has formed. Where did I take my entry? I don't know. I think I got in as soon as this candle formed, or maybe somewhere in here. And then my stop covers the CISD low. You can put it at the rejection block, but because there was all this sloppiness, I just put it here. It's also not that big of a difference. Might as well just cover the level. So you would have had to cover, or if you really want to be safe, just put it at the swing low. I like to put it at the CISD low. I was aiming for Asia highs. The reason I was aiming for Asia highs was because we're below midnight open, and I'm expecting this is your daily power of 3. So in this case, London accumulates. We manipulate going into pre-market and New York, and I'm expecting a daily reversal, the daily candle to flip. That was the idea of the trade. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I think so still. Well, is that really that perfect? I was going to say that was a little too perfect. Anyways, that's the idea. I still think it'll go up there, but it's quite sloppy in delivery. So we'll see. Explain it again? Hell no, bro. You can go back and watch the live stream. It's going to be posted on YouTube. Can you explain your long position that you took before? It was pretty much the same idea, bro. Where do you mark your breaker block in it, please? I mark the breaker block where it's supposed to be marked. Low, high, lower low, higher high. This is your breaker. I don't like this breaker. I like this one. This is the highest high. Low, high, low. We never got that breaker. There's a couple breakers in here, but this is the most recent one when it formed at the same time. So we could have executed that one. But your stop again would have had to cover the swing low put in. Appreciate you, Nick. Close plus 70 pips. Nice, bro. So where do you think we can close today? I never try to predict the closing price today. Where do I think we can trade? If we are going to expand, it's still Asia highs for me. But we may not expand. I don't know. It's going to be pretty sideways. You close break even with like minus 0.1 R, bro. So for me, it's a break even, yeah. Yeah, you're funny, bro. I don't know if we're going to expand. We may just stay range bound, We had the two key macros in the morning session. 9:30 volatility kicked in. Still, we did not get any expansion. So I don't know. Someone said Trump speaking at 3. Maybe. If that's true, then we see some sort of expansion. But if he's speaking, then I don't want to predict what's going to happen when he speaks. So anyways, I appreciate everyone coming through. You guys know the drill. It's time for me to go make food and stuff. I appreciate everyone coming through. And I'll see you guys live tomorrow, man. Exact same thing. I fear we may go into some consolidation on the daily chart. If that's the case, we're gonna have to start implementing my range PO3 model. It's not ideal. I don't like using that model, but I do have it in my arsenal. Should we get choppy markets, it may happen. We may go into consolidation here, man. If we don't see speed above this CB, in my opinion, we go into consolidation, and it's gonna be a while before we get an all-time high. Maybe a whole month. But we'll see. Hopefully, and I don't want that, but regardless, I'm gonna hold my positions in terms of stocks. I got such a good fill. There's no point in selling. Just got to be patient. Yeah, there's nothing else I really want to say. And this was a part of my pre-market plan, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. I said going into today, I was gonna look for longs. I should be a little bit cautious because I'm expecting potentially it could be an inside week. That's exactly what I said in pre-market. That's what I have in my journal, and it looks like that's what's panning out. So nothing surprising here for me today. And it's clean, you know, clean, clean, clean. Good stuff, bro. Nice, Timothy. Nice. Anyways, appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Exact same shit, man. We do this shit every day. Nothing new. Just rinse and repeat. And let time do the work. Let time. I don't try to rush. Yo, the times that I trade the worst is when I'm trying to rush. I will get 5 evals. I risk to try to make more. 10 evals. Get all the count. I don't like trading that way. Is it efficient to go one by one? No. But I like it. It's for me, man. So no one can say nothing, bro. Because it works for me. No one can say nothing. So that's just me. So just stay patient in the game. And I will probably start trading on my live account though, since I am going to be so patient. Just a little bit of an experiment as well, I guess. So I was doing some back testing, seeing what I can do with 1K, 2K, and it wasn't too bad. So my study journal is online. Anyway, appreciate everyone coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate you guys. Till next time.